he comes on our show. But for now, like I said, this is dedicated to you, Irvin. Now, there's a former WWE superstar who you have a not so great relationship with. I'm going to go ahead and let Dale ask that question to you. Dale, what you got for Irvin?
Yeah, that's right. So recently you found yourself in a backstage brawl with Rodney Mack, formerly of WWE. So explain to us how this all unfolded, and when will we get to see you two settle the score?
Well, as soon as that as soon as that coward will stop hiding from me,
okay,
we can make the match. If he ever finds his testicles, I've been trying to get the match made for months, and he keeps ducking me. But
okay,
shows me he's scared, and he ain't as tough as he portrays himself to be. And that's the main reason why I went after him, because everybody's scared of him. And one of my trainers was Damian Wayne, and Damian has had a couple of run-ins with Mac, as of late.
Mm-hmm.
So, Mac's always used to fighting people, his age, and, he's been there. But me, I'm hungry, and I ain't scared of nobody. So I went right in that locker room. I knew we were on the same card, so I went right up there. I picked a fight with him, and that was that. And I've been trying to get this match booked, but our schedules haven't been working with each other. Like, he's either, in Texas or I'm doing this. So, but it will happen before the year's over. Even if I have to go to that stinking town of Louisiana to face him, that's what I'll do.
Rodney Mack, the gauntlet's been laid down, brother.
and let me say one more thing. I said the same thing on Duke's podcast. I'll say it on yours. If Rodney Mack is so scared that he has to hide behind Jazz,
ooh,
a woman, because he can't find his testicles, he may be left in the locker room somewhere. And I have no problem taking care of both of them.
Okay, now.
So, I'll lay that out there, too.
Hey.
So hopefully he heard that, and hopefully he'll get the courage and the intestinal fortitude to make this match.
Hey,
I've been waiting.
Rodney Mack, if you out there listening, brother, hey, Irvin is laying down the gauntlet, man. I cannot wait to see y'all two throw down. This is going to be something else once it happens, man. I hope that it's close enough to me where I can travel and go check it out. Or at least Dale can, depending upon where it's going to take place at. But, yeah, man, you've got all kinds of people coming at you. So I recently became acquainted with these guys, the Fat Man and the Jew. From the Get in the Ring podcast. I actually checked out those guys last night. Good guys there, man. I actually, won a photo op with Ricky the Dragon Steamboat with the show they got coming up on the 25th here out in Queens, New York. Looks like I'm not going to be able to make it, so my boy Craig Perkins, the third member of our No Games podcast team, is going to be over there to handle that for us. But this dude, Rage, he's talking all kinds of mess. Irvin, what's the deal with that? And how's it all going to go down, man?
So I'm actually kind of offended that that poor man's Ultimate Warrior took time out of his day to call it the greatest living, breathing professional athlete alive today, and myself. See, I'm going to be doing him a favor, and he's sharing the greatness.
Okay.
And I'm going to be the main reason why people are talking about him, because they sure as hell ain't talking about him right now.
Okay.
So, if anything, he needs to buy me a steak dinner after the match, thanking me for revitalizing his career.
He's bringing it to you, Rage. And I don't know how my name got tied up in this whole mess. Somebody said something about if I'm going to have your back. Hey, I have not been to the ring in about, how long has it been now? Almost 7 years. But I'm telling you, you don't want the hired gun to come out of retirement now. Because I will be right there with Irvin, man, to have his back if need be.
And, the Fat Man and the Jew, they got a cool little podcast going on, but I was a fan of the Jew until he started talking all this hot garbage. I was a fan of him until he disrespected my ability. So if he wants to be a loser, if he wants to be on the loser's end and have Rage in his corner, then I'll be with Fat Man, and me and Fat Man will be winning. Me and the Fat Man will, have a victory celebration while the Jew and Rage is eating at a dumpster somewhere. So if that's what the Jew wants to set himself up for, he got it.
Hey, you know who the Fat Man reminds me of from that podcast? Doesn't he kind of remind you of my man from the Nasty Boys a little bit? Which one is it?
Yeah, he does.
Is it Jerry Sads?
Jerry.
Hey, man. So at this time, we've had the opportunity to kind of get to know you a little bit, Irvin, but we're going to go ahead and wrap things up here. So at this point in the show, we would like to give you the opportunity to promote whichever shows that you will be appearing on, projects which you're involved in, or any social media accounts which you'd like to share. So without further ado, the floor is yours, Irvin.
So my Facebook is Urban Legend. My Instagram is Urban Legend Official, and my Twitter is Urban Legend 93.
Oh, I know you got more than that, man. What else? What shows you got coming up? What projects? What else? What else you got coming up here?
July 29th, I'll be at VCW in Norfolk. I'll be